This is a fake Google Pixel that costs $90. And this is a real Google Pixel 9 Pro XL that costs $900. And I'm putting them head to head to see which is actually better. Starting with the packaging. All right, let's get them open. Looking at the two side by side, the real Google Pixel, obviously the box is like half the size of the fake right here. And it says Google Pixel on it. Where the fake one just says quad camera, Pixel 9 Pro. Comes off the side. Not bad. All right, opening that up. And we get the Google Pixel itself right here. All right, opening up the fake. It's kind of like those old iPhone boxes. Ooh, we have it in some nice bubble wrap. Looks like we're protected here. Oh my gosh, what a legendary find. Some wired cables. You don't see these very often, do ya? Got a USB-C cable. You even get a stylus and even a case. Okay, the real is very minimalist packaging. We just have a cable and then we get the phone. Just slide off. Oh, woo. Take out the plastic for the fake. Okay, no Google logo. All right, let's boot the two up. Now, unfortunately, I was only able to get the gray color on the fake and then the black color on the real, but color aside, they do look very, very similar. One thing to notice is that the fake is slightly bigger than the original. So as you can see right there on the bottom, it is slightly bigger. Also, the fake obviously doesn't have the Google logo. They both do have that matte texture on the back though. One thing I would like to point out between the difference between the two is the sides of the real Pixel are a lot more smooth and just pretty looking. Fake has got this little ridge and it kind of just looks a little more goofy for some reason. It's like bent in, it doesn't look as clean. So as you can see, that's the difference there. See how it looks so much better on the real than the fake. Another thing to point out with the fake versus the real is the real camera bump is way thicker than the fake's camera bump. The fake camera bump is like maybe even a third of the size of the real camera bump, and most of the cameras inside the actual camera look pretty much fake. I think the real one is probably this one, I want to say, but it's hard to tell, and the real cameras look way better. Like these things look, yeah, there's some quality right there. Another thing too to take a notice at is look at the flash here. So we got the flash on the real and then the flash on the fake. The fake just looks like it's hollow and it's just not as, so you can see this one's a lot brighter than you have the fake one. It's like, it's not even there, man. Like this flash is just non-existent. This sensor looks really goofy. It's like blue in there. I don't really know what's going on. So the bottom of the Google Pixel, you have the speaker, the USB-C charging, and then you have the SIM ejector tray with a microphone. For the fake, you have some dot speakers, also USB-C port, and then you have a headphone jack. You don't see that very often, do you? And then no SIM ejector tray right there for the fake, but you can see that little ridge it has in the frame where the real has just got this nice polished texture. So that's a big difference right there to note. And then for the fake, the actual SIM ejector tray is right here on the side, where the real has nothing on the side. It's just a nice smooth side that looks really, I really like it. It does look like the real is a little bit thicker than the fake, so that's actually impressive. Moving on to the button side, the button organization is off on the fake. This is the fake, this is the real. The real, you have the volume rocker right here, and the fake you have the off button, where the fake has the power button on the bottom and the volume rocker on the top. It does look decently the same. I would say it's a little more rounded on the original around the edges. The fake is a little more squared off, I'd say. I think the section where you can really tell the difference between the two phones is the actual display. Like looking at these two displays, like the original is just much higher quality than the fake. Like first of all, the real one has the in-screen fingerprint reader right here. It's super and duper nice, right? But the fake, it has this fat bezel on the bottom that just looks really not so awesome. And then it doesn't even have a hole punch at the top. And as you can see, like the actual bezels, there's a pretty big difference. As you can see, this indicates kind of the less rounded nature of the case. But yeah, you can just see that the resolution is way lower on the fake. I can go into more of those details later, but like that's the two side by side. It's pretty different, but they do look pretty similar from the back. I think that Google logo is a big deal. All right, so now I want to take a look at the actual UI of the two devices. Now, as you can see, the screen, I have the same wallpaper on for the both of them. Well, as you can see, the screen on the fake is quite a bit dimmer than the original. I have the brightnesses all the way up for both of them. But on the original, you have the nice Google Pixel UI that is super clean, not a lot of bloatware. It's really nice. And the fake does try to mimic a lot of that, as you can see right here, but it does just kind of look janky and doesn't really look amazing, but it does mimic the circle apps of it. Yeah, as you can see, it's running an older version of Android, so everything's a little bit just kind of older and jankier. Like if you see the actual icons, they do look a little bit different than the original. The original also is a OLED display, and this is a LCD, and this looks not quite as good. When it comes to the UI, I mean, it's just an Android phone, and this is like an actual Pixel. This does have kind of just like, has the gallery. It seems like it has like for Samsung native apps, but it's looking at our icons, they look pretty similar, but just a little bit different in some ways. So this right here is basically an app that tells you exactly what's in the actual phone. And so this, I really don't believe this. So they do have a way that they can fake this, and it's by changing certain parts in the settings. It says it's a 28 nanometer chip, which is like a very large chip. The 7 CPUs right here, and this only has really 4. The clock speed is 1.3 gigahertz, where this is 3.1, so it's way, way faster. Looking at the device, it says Pixel 9 Pro, but we obviously know that's not true. So a lot of times a lot of these facts are fake. Like look, this has a screen resolution of 2000 by 3000, right? This is 1000 by 2000, but then the DPI, which is like the pixel density, is like half as much. So that indicates that really the display is not as high resolution as it's saying. All right, so looking at the two cameras side by side, I want to check one thing. I want to figure out which ones on the fake are actually a dud. So we're going to cover this one first. Okay, so I'm pretty sure these two are duds and this is the actual fake, because it doesn't let me zoom in, and then this is the only one that gets covered when you put your finger over the camera. All right, so now I'm gonna take the two cameras side by side, and I'm gonna do a blind camera test and see if you guys can guess which one is fake and which one is real. I'm naming them A and B, and you have to guess which is the fake and which is the real. All right, now I have the two cameras right here, looking at the nice Sony camera. Now obviously there's a ton of different modes on the real, but the fake doesn't really have as many modes, and so we're only gonna test a certain amount of things. If you want to see a full comparison between the two cameras, be sure to leave it in the comments and I'll do it, but let's do some pictures and then the front facing camera. It makes this really annoying noise every time I switch things around. All right, now I have the two cameras right here. Looking at the nice Sony camera. Walk them around for a second so you can get a look at the stabilization a little bit and just the actual video modes. Looks like the fake doesn't really have any zoom, so that'll be a dead giveaway. Let's go into some dark areas, see what that looks like. Quite the difference. Look at the mountains. In cameras, I have the Pixel and then the fake Google Pixel, and I'm gonna walk around so you can get a bunch of different lightings and see what we can get on the difference here. Oh wow. Yeah, if you guys can't guess this, then you guys are freaking idiots. But yeah, okay, the two cameras. All right, back in the shade. This is kind of the best lighting right now, right here in the shade. All right, now for our final test, the speed test. Fake versus real. Let's do this. Okay, starting the timer for both of them. We go right ahead and we're off to the races now. Looks like the real Google Pixel is loading these things like it's nothing, where the fake one is having a hard time with the first app. And we are already to Subway Surfs with the real Pixel, where the fake is trying to go into Temu. It loaded the camera pretty quick, but it is not keeping up to the actual Google Pixel like at all. Then we go to TikTok. Wow, the Pixel is smoking this thing and the fake has no chance. We're already on the second lap for the original Google Pixel. Going through all the apps, it's held all of them open, where the fake is still trying to go on Shein, and wow, that fake just got absolutely smoked. 39 seconds on the real Google Pixel, where the fake, it is just taking too long. So I sped this up by 20 times, and it's still slow as crap. So ultimately, I couldn't even finish the test because my camera ran out of battery. And so I ended up just tossing this freaking phone in the trash.